Well, here we go again. Another install. Yes, another install. So what I'm planning to install this time round is going to be the electronic rust protection. The ERPS brand, electronic rust protection. And I'm going to go through that and install it on the car, on the Ranger. I got some loom, 7mm loom, cover ties, and some silicone. I know it's slate grey, but don't worry about that. I've been told, based on what I've learned so far, that you need that for these little connectors in here. Let's have a bit of a look inside and see what we've got. Let's check this out, eh? So what have we got here? We've got important warranty information, the ERPS itself. Don't know how to do this yet, but we're going to work it out. I'm not sure what that does, but obviously that's the device itself, and some cables. Okay, there's a roll of blue wire and the pads. So this is a 6-pad kit, and I've got to work out how it all works going on the car. So there's an installation manual here, erps.com.au installation. So I think I'll download that and have a look and see what I need, and then go from there. Comes with a 10-year warranty if you get it checked every year. They say if you get it checked by an agent, well, I'm installing it myself, so I've already probably killed that, so let's not worry about that. What else we got? Alcohol wipes, obviously, before you stick down the device. These are the weird connectors that I've been told you need to use. I don't know why you can't just... I'm going to turn that shit down in the background. Give me 1 second. It's a bit loud. Turn down your bugger. Turn it down. Hold a second, this is just not working for me. Or maybe that's a bit quiet. We'll do that. Okay, so these connectors here are a bit funky. Let's have a look at them. I reckon you need silicone and you need to do these. I don't know why you wouldn't just join a wire with a normal crimp or something like that. It's kind of weird. It's got a little bit of a T-junction, and you've got to put these cables through somehow and then out the other way and then solder them and then fill it full of silicone. I don't know why you'd do that, why you'd not just crimp it. If you've got any ideas, tell me, but I may go with a crimp job. I don't understand why you need this shit. It just seems like a waste of time to me. I reckon just join them together like normal wiring and silicone, not silicone, heat shrink them. We'll work it out as we go along. I'll do some research on that. And that's the fused pack for the positive. It's got a micro fuse in there supposedly. I don't know. We'll work our way through. Anyway, as normal, we'll just play the game and check it out, see what we need to do. And if I can use all these little fancy parts, if I can understand how they actually work, then I might, but I don't think I need to. They just seem a little bit convoluted. Just join a wire. That's what I think anyway. Moral of the story, we're going to install it. So I shall put this all into a location where I can get it sorted out and come back to you when we start putting this together. Back soon. So I've got to unbox this thing. As you can see here, I've got the unboxing, and these are the couplers that stick on. I'm reading through the instructions here, and this is talking about 6 couplers here with an alloy tray. Now eventually I may get one, so I'll work out what I'm going to do here. But this is put one at each front, which is going to be in that location under there. On the, I'm thinking about putting it on the inside of the guard, which would make sense. Then 2 in the middle. I'm not sure about whether they go on the chassis or not. I've got to confirm that. And then 2 on the rear of the body. So I'm going to put 2 on the inside of the back tray. Because I haven't got an alloy tray yet, I might as well just do it right. So I put 2 on the inside of the wheel arches on the back underneath, 2 on the front in the engine bay, and 2 on, I believe I'm going to put them on the chassis, to try and give some protection there as well. This doesn't tell you where to actually put them, it just says select them. It must be a painted surface. If it's not painted, you must paint it with some paint. What does it say here? Quick dry enamel erosion, enamel can of paint. So it's got to be a painted surface that you stick it to. So that's painted. I can see the gold in there, so that's fine. And that one there would be the same. So where it's visible, I imagine they paint these things, so I'll put them in there. And then I've got a silicone around them. So they say that you put them in and then you run a bead of silicone around all of these as well. I'm unsure why, maybe it's extra support or a bit of weather protection, I do not know, but I'm going to do it. So let's start getting this put together. Yeah, this guy's sticking his on straight into the grey primer. Unless it's a grey car. Well, it could be a grey car, so I might be an idiot. Anyway, we shall have a look and work out what we're going to do here. I don't really know. I'm only guessing, so as always, we're going to have a crack at it and see if it works. So let's roll on and give it a go. Alright, so I'm in a comfortable position lying underneath the car, and I'm having a look. Now this is up the side of the wheel arch, up the back there. So you can see the rear wheel straight up. I'm thinking I'm going to put it in there. That's a painted surface, which is good. So I'm going to clean that off and then attach one on each side in that space. It could go there too, I guess. Oh, it's not flat. It's got to be a flat space. I've also got to be able to get up there to put some silicone on. So I'll put one each up there, and two of these come with really long leads, as you can see. So I think that's going to be the perfect one to go way, oh shit, let's not drop shit. It's going to go really good way up in there. I can still solder and do all that kind of, or crimp, actually I'm just going to crimp it. It doesn't need a warranty protection because I'm not an authorised installer, therefore it doesn't actually get warranty anyway. So I'm just going to join the wires the way I normally would. I believe it'll do the same job and go from there. So let's get this started. I'll go and get some wipes and give this all a clean out. If you can see up there, but I'm giving that a good clean out up in there. Give it a good clean and check out if that is a decent painted surface or not. Let's have a look. There is paint there, but I don't know if that would definitely be paint. It's not pure metal by any stretch, so that's okay. That'll work, I think. That'll be fine. That looks painted to me. I know you can see the gold, but the grey is also paint. Or a surface cover, so that'll be paint. So that'll be great. So what they do is they provide you with these pads, alcohol swabs, to clean a 150mm area around. So I'm going to do that. I've given it a rub with a rag. I'll give it a rub with this stuff. Good alcohol wipe. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Got it. Got it back. Super comfortable spot. You can see what comes off it. It's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty, alright? That's not very helpful, is it? Alright, so that's done. This is really uncomfortable. That's done. I'm going to give that a clean. Now we're going to go do something else with the other side of it. Oh. Before I attach this on, I've decided I'm going to run some tubing through here. I'll explain what I mean by that. So these have got the long pads on them, and once I get them in there I can't actually reach up anymore. So I'm going to run these inside of my wiring loom. This one here is a 7mm or 6.8mm wiring loom. We're calling it a 7 because no other reason. Got some tools. Trusty 12-volt gear. Not going to work. Let's get out the dagger. Trusty dagger always works. I say that, then it didn't work. Right. Okay, so I've got my tube. The plan is to feed this up here. Now I think these have to join into a circular loop, so the whole thing has to be looped. So you're not just doing a partial loop, you're doing an entire loop. What I mean by that is it has to go from the front all the way around the back of the car and then back to the front, so everything has to join, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And as always, it's not going to feed down the line. Wonderful. That's why. There's a bit of wire sticking out into the wire. Getting caught up. Actually, let's be smart about this, eh? You should always measure to see how long you need before you do it, right? So you can cut it and you know where you're at. Does that make sense or what? It does to me. Now, start to feed this down. And it's out. Okay. Groovy. Now I'm going to run some tape around that at the top there to support it, to make that nice and protected. So when I put it on, it's going to have some tape joining that wire to that there. And when I put some silicone around, I'll seal it up as well. So let's do that. Yet again, the trusty dagger. Cut some electrical cable there. I mean electrical tape, sorry, not cable. Probably a bit long. I'll trim that down a fraction. Cool. I'm going to use this to go around here. Now whether this is going to do anything or not, I don't know. But it's just, to me, it's a bit of protection for shit getting in the line. If it's going to work, I don't know. I think it will. Don't get me wrong, it's not real fancy, but seems to be, you'll see here, seems to be pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully that wasn't too fast movement for you. Oh, I might just bring it to you. That worked, it's nice and sealed. So now that underneath the car there should be dry. So I can peel this off and stick it on, and we can start the process of doing one this side, do the same on the other side, and then I'll go down the middle of the chassis rail, I'll put one on each side there, and then two at the front. And work our way through. So I'm starting at the back. Why? I don't really know. I just decided to, and we shall run from there. So let's go do that. All right, let's peel off this thing. The sticky bit. Peel that off there. And that's going to go way up into there. Into the flat spot up in there. Boom. Like a boss. Nicely stuck, as you can see. It's nicely stuck in there. So I'll silicone around that when I get the silicone out and make sure that's stuck nicely. I'll then be able to feed the cable backwards, following this other cable here, and also forwards up along the chassis rail there. So I should be okay there, hopefully. Should be all good. Happy days, let's roll on. Do the same to the other side. Alright, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to get this silicone. Yeah, it's a coloured silicone, that's all I got, but it will do the job. And run it all the way around the edge. I have to use my finger actually because it's not going to work otherwise. All the way around the edge of this thing to seal it off. I hate silicone on my fingers, but we're doing it, so it's okay. All right. There we go. Definitely enough silicone in there. See up in there, it's now all siliconed on. And I'm going to do that to all the joins. So I'm now going to go and put one on the other side, and then I'm going to work my way through. So let's get the other side done. Now the other side's going to be exactly the same. So I'm going to go through, bang my light up so I can see because I'm half blind. I can now see up there, hopefully you can too. And I can clean up in here again. There we go. I get my alcohol wipe, all I prepared earlier, right here. Alcohol wipe is dirty, which means it worked. Now I'll go wire up the other part, do exactly what I did with the extension on it, get that put up there, and I'll come back to you. Alright, and that's the second one on. Doesn't look quite as pretty as the first one, but it's okay. So keeps it silicone, everything's stuck down, and we'll continue to the middle now with the chassis. So I've decided I'm going to put the pads here on the centre part of the car, in between the front and back. Oh, maybe here actually. Right there might be a better option. In the centre of the car, on the chassis rail, and run the cabling down the side of it, so that'll be fine. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get that sorted out, give that a wipe out, and then give it a alcohol swab and stick it right there, up nice and high though, it's not going to get damaged. That one there's on now, all siliconed. I'll have that all nice and tight, you won't see that moving. And I'll move to the other side and then the front of the car, so I won't film the other side because it's boring, and I'll show you when we get all together. So this front one here I put onto this chassis rail or chassis arm or whatever you want to call it, right there, because I couldn't get in under the frame in here to have a flat spot. Everything's curved, so I couldn't get in there, so I placed it here. I think that'll do exactly the same job, so I don't have too much of an issue with that. So I'll move to the other side now and see where we're going to put that one. Oh, and I've opted for clear silicone because I'm not going to put grey silicone in the cab. You know, it'll just look dick, so let's not do that. I'll get harassed by my wife, don't want to have that. Alright, so now I've put in the last electrode, or whatever you want to call them. Now, pretty much, I put this one here way in underneath here. So there's a flat spot under here. I can't find anything else where I'm going to put it that's going to be decent, so it's on the inside of the guard, up under there, and I put the silicone around it. And it's now ready for me to wire up, so let's look towards where we're going to put everything else. So I've got the EPRS itself right here, and I'm thinking about literally just sticking it right there. Like, I don't see a problem with that, and nothing's going to touch it, I wouldn't imagine. Everything's higher than that, so that's fine. So thinking about putting it there. It's got, on the bottom you've got Velcro, so I can move it anyway. Put it there, and then start my wiring from this process. Now, from what I believe, red and black is obviously red and black, positive, negative. And the blue, now the blue doesn't matter which way it goes, but it will be a circuit going all the way around the car. So one will go one direction, one will go the other, and they'll rejoin. So it doesn't matter which one you use for left or right of the vehicle, it is strictly a one-directional system, either way. Bi-directional. So it doesn't matter which one you use. So one setup's going to go down here, all the way down the side of the vehicle, underneath, loop across the back, join the other, I believe, and that's what I know at the moment. I could be wrong, I've got to go back into the instructions and then bring it back. So I'll confirm that before I make an absolute plick of myself, because that might make no sense. But I'm pretty sure it does loop all the way around. Yeah, it has to. It is definitely a loop all the way around. So we're going to start that process now. So you all know how much of a soldering guy I am, so I had to go down and borrow a soldering line and some solder from a mate of mine down the road. And as part of that, young Jet was saying hello because he watches this on the television. So, hey Jet, hello buddy, how are you? So now I'm going to do some soldering, or shortly, and get that all sorted out. I'm going to run the wiring under the car, get all the joints to be where they need to be, and then I'll do the soldering, and I'll attempt to do the soldering because I'm not that flash as we all worked out last time. But we'll give it another go. I still don't quite know how I'm going to run this stuff here through the split tube. It's quite painful, and the split tube's really tight. But I'll work it out, and we'll run our way through it, and we'll come back to you. Alright, so I've had a look at the box here, and I'm looking at these plastic attachments they're giving us. Now what they want us to do is feed the wire through these, and then fill it full of silicon at the top. I don't know. I don't see any reason for that, personally. I can't think of any reason other than a standard joiner wouldn't do that. Anyway, I'm not doing this. I've made the decision. I'm not going to go down this path. I'm going to go for a standard solder join, and I'm going to heat shrink it and make it solid and watertight as well. So, yeah, I don't know what these are for or what the benefit is, but I'm not going down that path. So, just giving you a bit of a heads up. We're going to go the other way. So we're going to go for the standard sort of joiner, where I'm going to have the likes of this, just here, the third one soldered on, and I'll heat shrink it. That's obviously not the way it's going to be. I'm going to heat shrink it all and join it all together. So we've got this one leading to this one, leading down the back to the next one, and so forth and so forth and so forth, all daisy chaining along. So yeah, I don't see a value in it. I don't understand why they do it. So I'm not going to do it. I made the call. Crucify me if you want, but I just don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it needs to be there. And yeah, I'm doing the install myself, so I'll do it my way. What a shit fight. Anyway, I decided, and I'm probably going to get grief, because that's what I get, is to try and use these things, these little triple things. Now, the reason I've decided to try and use them is because I don't know what they're for, other than to join cables. I probably should use them for that reason alone, because there might be a reason why they're there. The one it filled with silicon and stuff, maybe it's anti-conductive, or I don't know. So I'm going to go through and do it properly. So yes, it's a nightmare. That one took me 10 or 15 minutes to try and put all the wires through on the bends. At least I can cable tie it and make it look pretty, I guess, but overall it's a bit of an ugly thing, you know, and I still don't get it. But I'm going to warm up the soldering iron, solder this up, give it a snip, put it in, fill it full of silicon, cable tie it, and just follow the rules. Sometimes if you don't know why you shouldn't, you probably just should. Makes sense, really, eh? So I've soldered this in, and I've slid this back down like it should. It's all solid. I hope it's good enough. I'm going to fill it full of silicon like they've suggested, and go from there. So what they say is you get the gun, and you fill it full of silicon like that. Oh shit. Now that's full of silicon now, like chockers, as you can see, 'cause it's all coming out the outside. And that's the one. Why you do that, I don't know. But end result is I push all that in there. Boom, that's in there. This little piece down here will also go in there. Boom. And all these little connections will join over the top to make it nice and solid. And then I can cable tie them. I don't get it. I don't know why you need to go to this extreme for a wire just being done like that. If anyone knows, please tell me. But I don't know why. But I'll cable tie that anyway, and it's done the way they've said. It's all siliconed up and tight. Let's hope the joint's good, eh? This is proving to be an absolute fucking nightmare, excuse my language, but it is. These little control things, these little gadget fucking things that they've provided are the worst invention known to man. I do not understand why they need them. And I'm trying to do the right thing by it, but I do not understand why they're needed. They're just a waste of time. It's taken me forever to try and get this on. I'm losing my shizzle down here. So I've got to join these three cables up, right? Join them all up, cable tie them up, make it all pretty. And I don't understand why I need this shit. Oh man, I'm trying to maintain composure here, team. But this is just a nightmare. I do not get it. The real problem is one of these ends, two of these ends come out, right? So you pull out these little plugs, that's wonderful. The third one doesn't pull out. There's no plug on it. It's just got a little hole, which means you've got no manoeuvrability, and that's really where the issue is. If I had some manoeuvrability, it'd be okay. Oh, I'll come back to you. So I finally got it into the hole, into the gap. Finally. It's now going to try and clear the lines here so that I can solder these together. The struggle is real, just saying. Right, so now I've got wire 1, wire 2, wire 3, all within QE. All roughly the same length, which is good. Twist them up. Now I've got to solder this backwards. Oh man, I'm doing some new stuff now. So uncomfortable down here. Oh. Ugh. Not really living the dream. All right. I'm grossly uncomfortable. If anyone's got any better ways of doing this, please let me know. Just pay someone else maybe. Oh, it's going on, but it's going to fall off, I think. Yep, sure enough, it fell off. Oh, no, it's soldering. Hey, we're getting somewhere. It is soldering. So I've got to have some faith here, I think. Half the battle is I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't see shit. Alright, I think that's soldered, boys and girls. It looks like Shizen, and I'm sure I'm not a welder or a solderer, but that's joined. Perfect. Happy about that. And now you got to try and push this all back down so I can put some silicon in it. This is the stupidest design known to fuck. Who thought of this? Some dumb engineer, I bet. Alright, I'll come back to you. I'm losing it. Alright, so we've got soldering done then. So now I've got to try and pull this all evenly in a three-way pattern to try and make it come down even without damaging the solder. Proves to be more challenging than not. Who the fuck designed this? You are a tard. Like seriously, dude, what are you trying to do? It's hurting my feelings. Feeling individual. Now this is supposed to go all the way in, right? As you can see, oh, it's in. Boom, it is in. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to fill that with silicon and we should have a nice join. Yay! We're successful. We are champions. Cool. All right, I'll silicon the shit out of that, and we'll move to the next one. Happy days. All right. Alright, so silicon, the messiest shit in the planet. Put a big glob on top there. They're all sealed with the little sealy things. Boom. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to let that dry while I go do the other one. I tried to do it before and it got all yucky. So as you can see, I've got a pillow now. Old neck, you need to relax a little bit, eh? No need not to relax. Oh, dick move. Alright, let that do its thing. I'll go to the other side and we'll continue on. Oh, this is a messy process. Alright, this is really comfortable. I'm up to my second to last one, 2 more joins. So I've come along to this one, which is going to connect up just here, which is going to be fine, and then run a cable to the front, creating my loop. So I'm just going to cut all my cables up and get that prepared to go. Which should be pretty good, actually. Those two will be like that. So this one here will go like that. Should be fine there. He'll be sweet. So he's going to go to there. He's going to go to there. Happy days. And the third one's going to go to the front. So I'm going to measure up the front now and put it inside my cable liner, because everything's been lined in these cable liners. If you can see that or not. Like that's 7mm. So everything's coming through. Everything's been attached nice and tight against the chassis. And then pretty much after that, I'll be able to wire it up to the actual battery and make sure it all works. And if I have a fault in between, if I get a fault, like, come on, I'm just going to lose my shizzle. Because this has actually been quite a bastard. Actually, you probably need a hoist with this job. It'll be a whole lot easier than climbing on the concrete under a car. But nonetheless, we'll get there. So we'll just keep rolling on. Well, I'm finally making it into the engine bay. What a nightmare those little joiners are. I know I'm whinging about it, but they are an absolute shit fight. So now it's just time for me to join up the last internal connection and then run it through and wire it up. And it should be done hopefully in about half an hour. Oh no, dropped cable ties all on my engine bay. Oh, they've come out the bottom. Oh no, they haven't. It's been one of those days where everything's just gone to... Oh, they're everywhere. Alright, I've got a cable tie mission to clean up now. Yeah, so anyway, sorry, I've been interrupted. Basically, I'm ready to wire up the last one, the last, whatever the hell those things are, and then we're going to run another conduit, take this off again, run another conduit straight under all the way through and wire it up. And happy days, then I'll be able to test it and see if it works. So we'll keep on rolling and see how we go. But so these joiner things are painful. I don't like them. So anyway, I've probably said that enough, but we'll keep on rolling. Well, I'm not showing off or anything, but check this solder out. Look at that. Oh yeah, now that's a solder. Loving it. Almost beer o'clock for that solder, I'm telling you. Alright, so I've connected up the last one. I've run my cable all down through here. As you can see, it's tucked in nicely, all the way through around the back. I've done a quick solder on the negative here. I'll try to crimp it, but I squished it, so that's going to go onto here anyway. Then I'm going to do the positive with the fuse and see if this all works. So I'll do some more recording before I get to the positive, but I'll do the negative up now and see if that works and then go from there. But I'll come back to you. I think it's all kind of working. Hopefully it actually connects and I haven't made a mistake somewhere, so we'll keep rolling. So I've done another solder, soldered that one together there, which is good. I'm about to tape that up, about to join it onto the positive over here. Hopefully I don't blow anything. Shouldn't do, it's all fused anyway. And then I'll be able to test whether this works. So this should turn on a red light. So we'll have a go at it and check it out, and see if we can touch this on the positive for a second and to see if it's going to work for us without breaking anything. Look at that, red light. Means it works. I have the protection that I require. for beach runs, etc. As long as that stays red, I'm a happy man. So there's still some tidying up I want to do underneath with cable tying and things like that. But overall, that is a successful installation of the ERPS, so Electronic Rust Protection System, which I'm pretty happy about. I'd say it's a bit of a shit fight to do. It's not impossible. Obviously, I've done it and I've got no experience. But it's more about just trying to understand those little connections, those little bastard things. Oh, shit fight. And getting burnt. I've got quite a good burn on my finger. So don't get burnt. Anyway, successful completion. I'm pretty happy. So we've got more to do. I don't know what yet. We've got extra bits and pieces we're going to do to the car. If you want to come on the journey and have a look, like and subscribe and throw us a comment if you think I'm an absolute fool, but I'm cool with it. So I've had many people call me a fool thus far, so I'm okay. So roll in, jump on, and yeah, enjoy the ride. Catch you next time.